everyone, and welcome to day 17 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got The Last House on the Left, 1972 movie review. Two girls just want to have some fun before going to a concert until they are kidnapped by a trio of serial killers. So as far as the story goes, Wes Craven directs this 1972 horror film that I had previously seen the remake of, which was equally disturbing and chilling as one would expect. However, this one had a completely different presence. While the remake changed a few things around about the two girls who are unexpectedly in the presence of wanted murderers. Word of the wise, don't go looking for drugs because that might get you killed. Once you meet the antagonist, that's when stuff really starts to transpire. Now, it really made you uncomfortable, and it was unnerving to watch, as I expected it to be. So I was going into this movie blind, even though I had seen the remake before this, but the premise of it all, I pretty much saw most of the scenes coming. So as far as the casting goes, while the acting felt average at best, it was still raw and riveting to see just how they were going to interact with one another, especially during scenes of torture and rape, which was tough to watch. Even this time around, I personally felt like the way that they handled it in the remake was far longer and in a more intense way than this one was, but it still just didn't make it right to see unfold on screen. And apparently this was something that wasn't a new trend as far as films being made in this 70s era, but I couldn't tell if they were doing that particular scene to make a statement or even just doing it for the shock value, which in part it would be. So the things that I liked about this movie was that I did cringe a few times, not only because of that one scene in the movie, but because of other things that just really made me scream, because it was, you know, terrifying at times to watch some of the things happening in the movie, even later down the road in the third act of the film, which did get pretty intense to watch. You know, it does look like it would be fun to see what happens, and other times you're just pretty much creeped out of your mind. It was fast-paced, though. Unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that there were some cheesy scenes and dialogue being used that really didn't impress me, and I feel like didn't really add much to the film while it was already terrifying, and you kind of are hinted at seeing the events unfold in the future. So that's where maybe things being predictable came into play. Overall, I would say that this movie was a pretty decent film, especially coming from one of my favorite horror directors of all time. So I would still recommend seeing it. I think it does, you know, have something special and unique about it. And to be honest, it really didn't feel like a movie coming from Wes Craven. So I also thought that was really cool, just to see how early on his career was. So I would recommend seeing this movie, and I would give this 3.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Last House on the Left, 1972. And come back tomorrow for day 18 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.